The Bank of Ghana is taking steps to fast-track the country's quest to go cashless and improve payment systems in the country. The Central Bank Governor, Dr. Ernest Addison, has in this regard inaugurated a Payments Advisory Committee to aid this process. George Rafi witnessed the inauguration. He's joined me right here for more details. Now, George, what's the workings of this committee?
So we understand that these the members are drawn from the various sectors in the economy. You can talk about the telecom center, you can talk about legal, you can talk about banks as well. And these members are coming together to play more of an advisory role in terms of how do we improve the payment systems in the country. So those various committees are going to forward their advice. So maybe when it comes to the area of payment in the country, i.e. The merchants out there and all the rest, how can it be done? When it comes to government services and payment, how should it be structured to ensure that we have a very smooth system? So all of these members drawn from the various sectors of the economy or players when it comes to the telcos, when it comes to legal, when it comes to the commercial banks are drawn to this committee that is chaired by the governor of the Bank of Ghana, and they are going to advise the Bank of Ghana on what to do.
And what is going to be the focus of the committee?
Basically, more of an advisory role in terms of put your advice and various recommendations to the Bank of Ghana that this is how you're supposed to do when it comes to putting in place policies, when it comes to implementing certain policies, when it comes to seamless payments in the various sectors of the economy. And all these things are aimed at moving towards a cash light and a full cashless society. Don't forget that the government recently said that barring any challenges this year, they would activate or make it possible when it comes to government transactions that it will be a cashless system. And government believes that this is one of the ways that they can use to block the loopholes within the system where some say that monies are paid all right, but it doesn't get to government coffers. So when you roll out this platform, it'll be a little bit quite easier to, again, block all those corruption loopholes. Also, even in tracking revenue, because then you're able to do some extrapolations that on a daily basis, when the passport services opens for transactions, when the Registrar General Department opens for transactions, they're able to get X amount of money. That would again even impact on the revenue plan because you're able to track from even from the Ministry of Finance that on a daily basis, this is what they are realizing in terms of government transactions. And that is going to go a long way to improve revenue, which has been one of our biggest challenges in this country.
Now, one concern is are their roles not going to be duplicating because we have some kind of internal committees?
Yeah, you're right, and that is just at the Bank of Ghana. But when you're rolling out this national project, it's moved beyond just personnel in the Bank of Ghana. There are other sectors in the economy that will play a critical role. One can talk about the telcos, that you can't leave them out because now they have been licensed to do more of a fully fledged banking services. You could even talk about the fintechs. They're also playing a quite critical role in all these things. So it looks like you can't take these players out of it and say that you're just going to rely on those who are working in the Bank of Ghana to do this. And that is why they are expanding the role of whatever advisory committee when it comes to payment system and bringing in all these persons on board. It's all about moving towards cash light and how do you bring all these players together to support the Bank of Ghana in their quest to help us become a cash light country.
Do we know who chairs the committee?
The governor of the Bank of Ghana, of course, Ernest Addison is chairing this committee, and it's critical because, and then what will be the committee's advice when they're advising the Bank of Ghana? The governor as a person chairing the committee. Don't forget the Bank of Ghana is not just about the governor. You have a whole board, you have a whole management. So the good thing about this is that the committee that is chaired by the governor of the Bank of Ghana is going to put together a report laid before the board of the Bank of Ghana that is chaired by the governor of the Bank of Ghana and the bank management as well. So it means that things could be fast-tracked for us when all these players bring their concerns. That should be led by the governor, who also chairs the board of the Bank of Ghana.
Thank you very much for that update, George Rafi.